From a princess to a queen she's grown, learning to fly with each wing she's shown. First crochet, then knit, now sewing she goes. Spinning and dyeing, what's next, who knows? She walks her path with courage bright, from morning sun to stars at night. No task too small, no dream too high. She'll soar above, reach the sky. From thread to thread, her story weaves a journey of strength, best believe. From spinning wheels to stitching seams, she crafts her world, living her dreams. Each new skill, a chapter turned, with every challenge, lessons learned. In skeins of yarn, her spirit threads, creating life with needle and thread. She moves with grace through tangled lines, with heart so pure and mind that shines. No fear of what's yet to be sown, a future bright and love she's known. From humble start, she's climbed so far, her inner glow now like a star. With every stitch, a vision clear, a realm she's built without fear. Oh,
Hello, hello, my friends. Thank you for joining tonight. Mel, unfortunately, is under the weather. Her dad brought home a bit of a sickness from his girlfriend's house last weekend, and now the entire family is down with the crud. So we are sending her love and light for a speedy recovery, and as well as the rest of her family. Let's welcome in our friends that have made it here already. Let's see, got quite a bit of people here. Angela and Terry and Jenny, Rebecca McCauley, Sarah Mahoney, Kimberly, welcome in. Ola Joe, welcome in. Samantha Stewart, welcome in. Kim G, Kendra Luck, Sally Stevens, and Jennifer, welcome in, my friends. Thank you for joining tonight. And I hope that you brought a project, something fun to work on. I'm going to be spinning, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys what color I work on first, because our lovely friends, Ray from Ray's Yarn Addiction and Erin from Crafting Kitty, are doing their yearly awesome, amazing project make along, where they are making blankets, but we can just follow along with the theme and make something in that vein, and it counts as part of their make along. Now, I did win the first year, even though I wasn't supposed to be entered, but that's all right. It's all right. I love winning stuff. It's just, I like to see other people win stuff. So that joy is usually what I decide to go with. Sorry, we have a piggy who is all of a sudden gotten the zoomies. So she's racing around like a wild little thing right now. But for this year's make along for Erin and Ray is dragons. Last year it was dinosaurs. The year before that was mermaids. The previous 2 years I have spun yarn. So I figured, you know what? Let's keep up with tradition and I will spin some yarn again. I just so happen to have some yarn sitting here that will work absolutely perfectly for this. And these are those yarns. I figured this one here representing the body of the dragon, no matter if he's mystical or dark and green, as a lot of books have them or movies have them. And then this for the fire. Of course, the burnt orange and red tones for the actual flame, and the darker browns and blacks as the aftermath of what happens when things burn. My plan is to spin a single of both and ply them together to make a singular yarn. Of course, now this will make 2 hanks of yarn that should be around 100 grams a piece if I do it correctly. I'm not saying that I am going to do it absolutely spot on, but we're going to give it our best. Okay. Sorry, I had invited a couple people to come on up and join me, but I don't know if they're going to be able to come. I know one of them for sure isn't, but we'll wait and see if anyone shows up. So, we'll do it by numbers. So if you guys want me to start with the green, put a 1 in the chat. If you want me to start with the fire, put a 2 in the chat. And the most will be the one that I start with, because I am very undecided. This one here is my very favorite kind of wool, but this one here is a very close second runner up. So it's hard to choose. Let's see that. Looks like we're definitely going with 2. We got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hello, Miss Kim. Welcome in. And hello, Mandy. Welcome in. And Nifty, welcome in. Miss Linda, welcome in. And Melody J's here. So good to see everybody. Hello, Miss Lisa. Welcome in, sweetheart. All right, number 2 it is. Oh, there she is. You see down by my feet. We got mischief down by the feet. Yeah, we got mischief. Uh-oh. Can't lay down and take a nap on my feet right now, young lady. And you can't take a nap on my wheel either. She says, watch me, Mom. Watch me. So hard to say no to them, isn't it? Oh, goodness sakes. That's a tough bit of roving. Oh, let's see. This one here, both of these fibers come from Crafty Housewives Yarns, or it's a cottage industry supporting USA fibers as USA small farm hand dyed braids. This is from September of last year. It's Marshmallow Campfire is the name of the wool, and this is a USA superfine Shanko wool. She's not a potbelly. She's a kuni. Well, she's mostly kuni. She's also got a little bit of Juliana. They're a smaller breed than the potbelly. Oh, you're never late, Miss Deborah. You are exactly where you need to be when you need to be there, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. Little lady, you're making a mess. Yeah, she is about 6 weeks old now. And spoiled just as bad as the rest of the girls in this house, as the king would say. He keeps accusing me of spoiling the animals. I don't know where he gets such ideas. She should be around 25 to 35 pounds. Maybe Well, she should be right around the same size as Tiny Tim is. My other pig. Um, the reason he can't be in the house is he is a male that has not been fixed. And unfortunately, mature male pigs, when they haven't been fixed, have a musk to them. The piggy's name is Arya. She was named after the youngest sister from the House Stark in Game of Thrones. What I'm doing right here is I'm just making strips of fiber, and then I will ball them up and put them in like little bird nests and spin one at a time. But having them stripped down a little bit just helps me make a more consistent spin. I don't pre-draft my fiber, but I do split it down like this. Chunk of something in there. What are you all working on tonight? Did you have a good weekend? I had a pretty decent weekend. I got a fair amount of work done on the Stormtrooper blanket. Each row takes quite the long time now because there are so many color changes. I think I'm up to about 16 bobbins right now. Oh, didn't split very nice, did it? There we go. Well, if someone's not feeling well, I hope you feel better. Oh, that's awesome. I want a fainting goat really bad. I want to get some of the real small goats just because they're a lot of fun to watch play out in the yard. Oh, unicorn cardigans. That sounds like fun, Miss Kim. Little girl, that is not your scratching post. You can see the spinning wheel bouncing back and forth because she has decided that that's where she's going to scratch her bum. Piggies are notoriously itchy. They're always looking for something to scratch on. Oh, goody, you're down to the last strip. For this half, anyways. There we go. After I strip them down, I just wind them up on my fingers and make what I call like a bird's nest. Oh, like that there. And then I will work from the center out of each of those, working one at a time until we get all of this half of the braid spun up. I might have missed it, Kim. I'm sorry. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. I would love to find a group, or I tried to start a group, a crafting group in my area. But two of the three people that responded to my post informed me that they would not feel comfortable crafting with me because my talent exceeded theirs, which I thought was the most ridiculous thing that I'd ever heard in my life. But I guess the one lady was intimidated that I didn't only crochet, but I think it's pretty awesome when no matter if we do one craft or 20 crafts, I love to see what my fellow crafters are working on because they might have, they might be doing something completely different than the way I would do it, and I can learn from them, you know, because it's art. It's very subjective. There's no better than in my eyes. Yeah, Terry, I've looked around and seen different ads for people that are looking to rehome some of their animals. I've thought about doing that. Maybe once the rest of the land is completely set up, I might end up doing something like that because I love having animals around and having something to take care of. I mean, besides the king and I, he works so much. I don't have much to do during his work week as far as outside of making something for him to eat and go to work. Well, I mean, in a way, we are kind of in a craft group together, aren't we? I mean, we meet up when we can and we craft together. It would be better if I could see you guys too and hear you guys too. I think that would be wonderful. But just saying, I know some people have heard uh, different things about it, but I do have a Discord group. And all you have to do to become part of that Discord group is send me a message either on Facebook or email, and I will send you a link to join that group. I just don't do it openly, like in the description box of my videos, because I do want to be able to decide who comes in and who doesn't. Not that I wish to exclude anyone, for, just any reason, but there are some people on these YouTube streets that I would not personally want to hang out with, and I want to make sure that those people are not in my group. I hope that is, understandable. It's just nobody is for everybody. And I'm not putting anybody down or throwing any shade towards anybody. It's just as some people choose not to come and hang out with me over here doing my lives and doing my videos and stuff like that. I choose not to go and watch, other people as well. But Discord is a place where you can make posts. You can like put pictures up or whatever of things that you're working on, and you can also do like video chatting or even just chatting with no video on, back and forth. It's not 100% stable platform. There are sometimes issues with the video feed and stuff like that, but it is a pretty nice place to hang out with. I really enjoy it. Um, right, Kim, like or Kimberly. I don't know anybody that's crafty. Well, I guess I do. I've met a couple people in at the local LYS, but I don't know. Like they're really nice people, but we just don't hang out. Well, Miss Kim, you know what you do when there's a troll? You find yourself some people that you can trust. You talk to them and you let them know what is acceptable on your channel and what is not acceptable on your channel. Um, and then you do your live. And if you are unfortunate enough to get some trolls, which is probably not going to happen at least right away, uh, you block them. You block them and you keep on moving. If someone comes into your life and they are bringing nastiness, they are bringing, uncomfortable feelings or anything like that brings you into a bad space, block them. It's really not that hard, you know. You block them and you keep on moving because there's plenty more people out here that are more than want to hang out with you, that are going to want to be your friend and are good people. Don't worry about the rest of them. A friend of mine, I won't say her name, but a friend of mine recently said something about giving up her channel, and when she did, I almost broke into tears because I absolutely love this lady. She means the absolute world to me. And she's on the other side of the world, but she feels like a sister to me. And I don't throw that around lightly. I'm not one that every single female is my sister, but this lady is a really nice lady and she makes beautiful things. She donates everything that she makes. And she's got a heart so big, it's absolutely wonderful. And she's got people coming onto her channel and spewing hate and nastiness and saying just crude and awful things. And because of that, she was going to stop recording. So all of us would have lost out on all of her wonderfulness, and she would have lost out from being able to share with us because of one or two, probably one person under a couple different accounts being nasty, being crude and disgusting, being mean for absolutely no reason. You know what I told her to do? I said, block them and keep doing what you're doing, honey. Nobody in this world is for everybody. There are plenty of people that will tell you that I'm an awful person. They're lying to you, but they will tell you that, just like this person was talking nasty to her. The biggest thing YouTube is going to teach you, if you're going to keep at this, if you're going to keep doing this, you need to learn to grow a little thicker skin and block the negativity out of your life. Just keep doing what you're doing, and the right people will find you. That's right. You can't let them win. All right, let's make some beautiful yarn. Why Miss Itchy gets her itch on. Little girl. Little girl. That's you. Drop my lead. Yeah. sorry, I got concentrating and forgot to talk to you guys. I'm so used to having Mel here to back me up. Yeah, the trolls come in sometimes, and sometimes the trolls will be talking all kinds of crazy and dumb stuff. And then the other night, I was in a chat, and there was a troll in there, but it was a funny troll, so we left him be. We were having a good time because, I mean, they weren't talking anything bad. They weren't, doing anything awful, but it was comical. She's helping me spin. She's rubbing her chin on the top of my foot. She's a coon, Juliana. Her mama, it was a Juliana coon, and her daddy is a purebred coon. Hello, Ganny Joe. Welcome in. Little girl, that's my toe. Hey, that's not your snack. Little turkey. It's like having a little piggy around is like having a puppy, a kitten, and a 2 to 3 year old child in the house at the same time, all rolled into one precious little package. Highly intelligent, extremely stubborn, and always hungry. Little girl, hey, excuse me. Thank you. One more step. One more, please. Thank you. She's itching herself on the foot pedal. If you want to see some really cute videos of her, Kim, I have some shorts up of her that are just absolutely adorable, where she does a big girl jump off the step, and when she's learned to eat out of her bowl. Ah, little scene stealer. Oh, trust me, Miss Deborah, she eats. I'm feeding her like still every 4 to 6 hours, and then she gets little snacks in between. Like we have introduced, she's had banana now, she's had apple and strawberry. She loves squash. Squash is her absolute favorite. Um, she really likes carrots, but we have to cook all of them, all the veg, anyways. Like the squash and the carrots, I cook them up for her because she still can't quite do like whole solid foods. Thank you, Nana Michelle. She is spoiled absolutely rotten, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, she can eat, like if I give her just some squash, and like if I cut the carrots up real small, she can eat those. She doesn't do as good with that as when I make her like a slop for dinner yet. But she's only 6 weeks, so young lady. Come here. Come here, Missy G. Come here. And you're going to be impossible. Yeah, that's what the king says too. He says I spoil everybody. Yeah, she's helping all right. Now she wants mommy to snuggle, snuggle, snuggle all the time. I don't get no work done. If she had her way, this is how we'd be pretty much all the time. She would eat and then get right back here and go back to sleep. Huh, little mess. Yeah, scratches. Yeah, scratches. She's got the routine down pretty well. She even like she can do the steps now except for the very bottom step out in the garage. It's just a wee bit higher than the other steps. So she'll go from the door of the garage and she'll run up and she'll stand by the steps and wait for me to pick her up, and then she'll go up the rest of the steps. She'd much rather do it herself than be carried. This is the only way she likes to be carried. If you just carry her like holding underneath her belly, she will cry and scream. But that being said, I have not had another telemarketer call me back since she answered the phone with the last telemarketer. Knock on some wood. I think that last one, he might have put the word out. My wild kitties brought home a rabbit last night. Not a baby one either. A full size rabbit. I went out to walk her and was like, oh my goodness. That was a bit of a shock. My inside kitty, yeah, the only time that my inside cat has even been outside was when she went to the vet to get fixed and when we moved out of the trailer when we finally closed on this house. It's the only time she's ever been outside in her life. Oh, Rebecca, I am so sorry. I hope that you can get that straightened out right away so that nothing else happens. Yeah, that's awful. That hacking stuff. I just, I don't understand people. Just go out and get a job. Yeah, it's good that you caught it right away. 'Cause, the king had an issue about 5, 6 months ago where all of a sudden he had mystery charges put on his PayPal and he had to straighten that out. What a mess. Oh, she's going to sleep. Sleepy baby. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. That sounds like someone was playing one of those games or something and just put your card on their game for $1.99 to $2.99. That's crazy. I sure hope they get it figured out for you right away tomorrow, Rebecca. Is there any way that you can put a hold on your card or turn it off through your app? I know not all um, cards do that, but yeah, yeah, she's kind of a turmeric with some black pepper spots. She's kind of, well, between a rusty blonde and a strawberry blonde. Hmm. I'll put you to bed. Come on, little one. There we go. Oh, ads. That could be too, Mara. You got a point there. That could definitely be some YouTube thing or $55 worth of deodorant. That is one stinky dude. He needs $55 worth of deodorant. She said, "I didn't want to sleep if I did to sleep and didn't get to sleep in your arms." You're all right, little girl. Mm-hmm. That is her throwing a temper tantrum. Well, not quite throwing a temper tantrum. That is her telling me that she's not happy about not being in my arms right now. But I have to let her do that sometimes because just like a baby, you can spoil them in the way that you don't want to, because having a piggy that throws temper tantrums, yeah, you don't want that. So I have to teach them when they're young that they get lots of love and attention, but they also have to have some alone time and learn to self soothe just like a small child does. Same here, Rebecca. I don't have any membership fees. I love so many people on the YouTube streets, and there's just no way that I could choose which one to buy a membership for and which one not to. So I don't do it for anybody. I just watch as many videos as I can and do all the liking and commenting as I can and do giveaways when I can, support my friends. Speaking of that, I gotta do something tonight. It's our first live of the month. I don't know why that didn't. go before. Let's see. Sally Stevens, Morgan Mandy, Armchair Chef, Fiber Floozy, and Wildfire got the gifted memberships. Congratulations and welcome in. I need to do a members only video here soon. I haven't put one out in a little while. Let's see. And put that out there. If anybody would like to come up and craft with me for a while, you're more than welcome to. The only thing I say is you must have your camera on so that I can see your face before I will let you up. She's not feeling well tonight. Miss Diana, her dad brought home some icky crud from his girlfriend's house last weekend, and now the house is fighting it. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. I hope that you're doing well. Fantastic fiber. Your name. I know your name, but your name is whoop right out my head right now. Sorry, honey. Hello, Miss Yolanda. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, hopefully Miss Mel will be able to kick this crud, fairly quickly. She's got a lot going on this month. She's a good creator. I really enjoy her. I follow her on YouTube and I also follow her Facebook posts. But I'm awful with names. If it's not right there, oh. Now the little grunts you hear her making, those are happy noises. I haven't heard anything about Miss Zoila, unfortunately. I hope that she is okay and working on getting better. Yeah, right now she's just grunt, grunt, grunt. Ooh, somebody's getting furls. Lovely. Hello, Miss Suzanne. I've made it to, I think, row 55 or 56 on the Stormtrooper blanket. So we're just over 100 rows left to go in that. I'm hoping before the end of the month it will be done. I think I only have like, 12, 13 more rows until until it doesn't grow anymore in width, and so that'll be nice. But we got some really heavy color change rows coming up. One of my rows before the end of this page has 20 some color changes in the one row. And they're not hard to do. It's just a lot of stopping and counting and looking at the pattern, because as soon as I'm not looking at it anymore, I don't remember what the heck it said. I'm constantly double checking, triple checking, and quadruple checking before I go to the next step. But thankfully, because of that, I haven't done a lot of frogging. Yes, these bobbins are so wonderful. I am so in love. Uh, Mr. Pajamas did a fantastic job on the design of these. Jude is very lucky to have such a talented partner, and Mr. Pajamas is very, very lucky to have such a talented wife. They complement each other very well. Crochet done my way. Welcome in. Think, is that Wanda? I don't remember. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Oh, the metal streamlines. I've heard a lot of good things about those. Are they heavy? Are the metal furls heavy? That's what I would worry about. It's a very pretty color. Yes, little girl. You're fine. Because, like, I don't even use a hook bigger than a 6 millimeter. One, because of the size of the handle, but the other, for me, is they're too heavy for me. That I end up having wrist pain, so I worry about that. And I have been gifted a couple furls hooks. I have not tried them though, because I'm a klutz and I forget things as well. And I have a bad tendency of putting things down on my lap and then just standing up and walking away without clearing my lap, because I forgot that I had put stuff on my lap. And I've heard of people dropping their furls just one time, even onto carpeting, and there goes their hook. So I haven't used them because I'm afraid if I look at them sideways, I'm going to break them. No, that's my little girl being a fussy butt tonight. Young lady. Yeah, she's a little twerky tonight. She has a lot to say. I think she could probably talk to you guys easier than I can, because I have no clue what to talk about most of the time when I'm up here. And besides the technical issues of going live like vertically that I've had, that's the biggest thing that stops me. I don't know what to talk about. Like, I just don't know. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Miss Vicky. I hope that you feel better soon, sweetheart. Little lady, you are being quite naughty tonight. Yes, you are. Your tushy itches. Oh yeah, that would make me fuss too. She comes out and just starts scratching and scratching and scratching. Of course, she finds the tripod. No, the speed of the bobbin really doesn't do anything for that. The what affects the weight of the yarn is when I'm drafting. Catch up here. There we go. When I am drafting, I only let it pull out very, very thin. You see how thin that is. Now, I could pull it thicker. I could even pull, say, this much at one time. And if I pulled this much at one time, of course, it would end up a much, much thicker yarn. That would be like a 5-weight yarn. So the amount that I pull forward, the amount of fiber that I pull forward is ultimately what decides how thick the yarn on the bobbin will be. Now, the speed of that the wheel is going can affect the quality of what you're spinning, because it's a little, if you go too fast, it's a lot more inconsistencies in it, and it's a lot easier to overspin and get like corkscrews into your fiber, into your finished yarn. Going too fast will do that, but it also depends on where you have your spinning wheel set at. Like, I can change what move it this way a little bit. My belt is right here. I can put it on any of these different spaces here, which would change the speed of how fast my bobbin moves versus how fast my wheel is moving. I don't have the technical terms for you guys. I'm sorry. I know what it is that I'm doing, but since I didn't have any formal teaching, I've just taught myself, so I don't have all the technical lingo down. Oh, and thank you very much, Miss Mara. I seen your super chat. I'm going to play you a little video. And thank you for being a member for 8 months. I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much, Mara. Comments went away on me. They changed stuff on our Discord here. trying to figure everything out again. I have been trying lately to do more of the technical bit that I'm not good at. You guys noticed, but I did a little intro video for my videos now because I know quite a few people have joined on and I haven't shown many bags lately, so there was quite a few that didn't know that I made bags. So I thought, well, I don't want to list the things that I'm doing every single time that I'm making a video. So I just made a little video to do that for me. Well, thank you, Miss Sally. Well, there's never a rush, Miss Diana. When the right one comes around, I'm sure that you will get it. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm going to play you a little something. Can I have my foot back? No, that's your itching spot. Oh, she's a mess. That's a good spot, huh? Oh my goodness, little girl. Oh my goodness, little girl. Did you get your foot stuck? Come on. There you go. There you go. Hey, you're going to spin the yarn for me? Huh? Never a dull moment. Little girl. She's a mess. A big, giant mess. Come here. Come here. Come here. There's Scritches. Scritchy, scritchy, scritchy. Scritchy, scritchy. Oh, there we go. If you ever want to make best friends with a piggy, you scratch them lower down here, close to their belly, and almost every single time they will flop over like this and will almost go into like a trance-like state. They absolutely love their bellies and their chin scratched. Yes. Like the best thing in the world. The fastest way to make best friends with a piggy. At least that's the way it's been for all three of the piggies that or all four of the piggies that I have had. I had one when I was a kid. Okay, you ready? You gonna go play now? Huh? You done being itchy? Huh? All done being itchy? Okay. Remember for 8 months. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Lulu, Miss Cindy. She's doing the backward shuffle, scratching her booty. welcome in, Miss Cindy. It's wonderful to see you. Well, hello, Dawn. It's wonderful to see you, sweetheart. We're just spinning a little yarn and hanging out with the crazy little piggy tonight, since our Mel is not feeling well. Awesome, Diana. I'd love to see pictures when you're done. Fire truck baby blanket. I know that's going to be amazing. My step grandfather was a firefighter for many, many years. Little girl, it is not your itching spot. Well, thank you, Miss Yolanda. I want to play you something just a second here. Just laughing at this baby. Oh, what a mess. We're going to play something for our Steve as well from Harneal Media. If you didn't know, Steve is the designer of my website, and he's the person that takes everything off and puts everything up onto the website for me because, yeah, technology is just not my friend. So he makes my life so much easier by doing all of that for me. So I'm going to play a little video for him. And then I'll play one for our lurkers because we definitely appreciate them around here as I'm always lurking. All right. Well, thank you very much for being around. And even if you're lurking, because I come in, say hello, and go back to doing what I'm doing while I listen to you guys do your thing. My friends with channels. Yeah, got to hide out in them bushes. I've been having a lot of fun with those eyes, Miss Melanie. I've been trying to help out a friend with her channel as much as I can. And every time I see something that's I'm not quite sure about that particular person, I'll pop those my eyeballs in the chat, and that lets her know, hey, I'm watching out and I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on. Those eyeballs work perfect for that. Yeah, the castle video was made by a wonderful lady that unfortunately isn't doing her channel anymore. Her name was Jamie Marie, and her channel was Jamie Marie Crafts. She made me the thank you video, the lurker video. I think she made the Steve video. She pretty much made all of them except for the really long intro one that plays when we first come on and when we go off. I actually made that video. That's why the rest of them are a lot nicer. I feel you, Diana. I have a set few that I use, and most of the time I'm on my phone. So the top 15, 20 emojis that I use all the time are right there in the top. So them are usually the ones I stick to. Yeah, she stopped posting. She lost her grandmother, and unfortunately, I haven't seen or spoken to her since. I really wish I could see her again. I miss her very much. Well, thank you, Kim or Kimberly. Sorry. Yeah, I like Adele's eyeballs too. Her, the bushes, the little trees, and then the eyeballs. Right. Yeah. That was a fun group. Unfortunately, the YouTube streets can, if you're not ready for it, or if you don't have the right personality, can chew you up and spit you out real quick. Unfortunately. Yum yum. Ah, little girl. I gave her her first bath the other night. She was not happy about being in the sink, but she didn't mind the bath part. I seen him pop up somewhere, but I don't remember on whose channel I seen him. I think it was just last month, but I haven't talked to him in a very long time now, it seems. And anybody that won a bag from me at, I think it was Mama G's, and there was one other giveaway um, within the last week, all the bags went out. So uh, if you want a bag from me, keep an eye on your post office box or your mailbox, because it will be arriving before the end of the week, hopefully. As long as you know, the postal system works the way it's supposed to. Hey, we've done an hour so far. We're doing pretty good. Well, thank you, Miss Candy Joe. Thank you, Miss Candy Joe. I'm gonna play a video for you. Little girl. Mm, she's just a little hot mess down there. Hey, that's mine. That's mine. You can't have it. It's mine. It's mine. Turkey. Oh, Navy Mama Wanda, thank you so much, sweetheart. There we go. And if you guys haven't seen that video yet, Miss Navy Mama Wanda is the wonderful lady that sent me the box of yarn that I opened up last week. And if you are interested in a mystery box with the added bonus of some of them, are, I know for sure, are going to have some fabulous furls hooks in them, or a fabulous furl hook in them. If you are interested in getting one of those mystery boxes, you can head over to my Facebook group page and they are available there. I don't know where else she might have them posted, but I know for sure they are on my group page if you want to be a part of the group. A couple very non-invasive questions such as like what craft do you do, how long have you been doing it, just to make sure that we keep all the icky people out. You can join the group and talk to Miss Wanda about getting yourself a mystery box. She has a couple different sizes available, and I know she's got a lot of yarn to de-stash. So get yourself something, help her de-stash. All right, honey. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for stopping in. I can't tell. Did we make our goal? No. Have a wonderful night, Miss Wanda. Oh, Diana, thank you very much, sweetheart. I'll play a little something for you in just a moment. Well, thank you very, very much. I think what I'm going to end up doing, since I'll end up with two hanks of yarn out of these two fibers, and in the spirit of how I normally do, um, generally I send the yarn in to either Ray or Aaron to have them add it to the giveaway prize. Um, this year, I am going to make one as a giveaway prize on my own channel, and then I'm either going to keep the other one for myself or put it up on the website, depending on you know what I've got going on at that moment. But for sure, at least one hank will be finding its way out to someone from our YouTube family. Hello, Nana Lana. It's good to see you, honey. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, Terry. You're so sweet. I will play you a video in just a moment. And goodbye, Moonrose. Sorry I didn't see your message, honey. I hope you have a good night. Keep grooving to the music. I really enjoyed mine. I mean, I know that she customized it to me, being that it was all pink. Um, but I enjoyed having that. I've never had a mystery box before. I've never bought one. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of funds for uh, just because crafty buying type stuff. And back when I was buying yarn, generally I was of the opinion if I only have $20 to spend on to get me some yarn, uh, I need to spend that and get what I know I'm going to want or like rather than on the surprise. Um, so I never got myself one. So that was my first mystery box. I thought that was a lot of fun. Now I do get myself the braid of the month club, which is a mystery prize type or a mystery thing, you know. But it's one braid, and I know for sure I'm gonna like the fiber. I just don't know for sure I'm gonna like the color. Um, so I do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna have to make sure I come over and check that out. Piggy on the feet again. Yeah, don't mind me. Huh. Don't mind me, Mom, coming in. Ah, little girl. Ah. Thank you, Diana. Ah. Oh, awesome. Deborah got winnings today. That's awesome. Happy Mail is so wonderful. Even that Happy Mail that I ended up wasn't Happy Mail. It was something I ordered. That was wonderful. I still need to get that dyed. Hopefully this week I'll get that done. Yeah, sweet little piggy's keeping my piggies, my pitties toasty. Uh-huh. She's more worried about scratching her tummy because the brace of my spinning wheel is, I guess, the perfect height for her tummy. Little girl, little girl, you are being impossible. Yes, yes, impossible baby. She is growing quite well. She's what? I think she's almost doubled in size since I got her. Oh my goodness, Miss Deborah, thank you so much, sweetheart. I'll play thank you for you. Oh, another one. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Woohoo! We did it! Ah, that was fun. Thank you guys. Thank you all very much. So I guess we got to put another hour in. I better get to work, huh? I'm never sure what to do with the like I never know what to put as the reward for the goal type thing. Like what's gonna um make it worth everyone's while, you know? 'Cause money don't grow on trees. That's for sure. Oh, enjoy your snack, Miss Lulu. Cauldron tickets are absolutely free. All you have to do to make it into the cauldron is on most videos is just comment, and at least three of you will make it into the cauldron. And then at least once a month, this month, there's going to be a second person that I will put out as a guaranteed entry to the giveaway or to the cauldron. And for that, like this month, the first person that I told you guys about, her name is Vintage Witchcrafts, and it's witch with with a Y instead of an I. And it's not, she's not like a witch. She just likes vintage stuff and pumpkins and stuff like that. Um, so I think you guys would really, really enjoy her. She's got a total of 4 videos up, so it's very easy to catch up on her, where she's at, and what her channel is going to be about. Um, oh shoot, what was her name? Mm, don't remember. I have it wrote down. But she seems like a very nice lady. She's from the UK, so she's got a very interesting, lovely accent. Um, I have very much enjoyed her, and anyone that goes over and leaves a comment on her channel. No, I'm not going to say that you absolutely have to subscribe. Now, it would be nice if you did subscribe, but I will never ever tell anybody that you must subscribe to someone that I've talked to you about. Um, However, if you go over and I have tagged a specific video in the guaranteed entry video, that you go over and you say something to her in her comment section, just letting her know that, hey, I sent you over there, and you automatically get an entry into the cauldron. I always check. I check over there too, and just write down who's over there. Or if you guys want, you can tell me, hey, I'm heading over there, and then, leave your comment over there, and that's fine. You don't necessarily have to come back and say, hey, I've been, but you can say that's where I'm heading now or whatever, and head on over. And when I see your names pop up over there, I will make sure that you get into the cauldron. You know, I try to make things as easy as possible, and most of the time, the most important thing about all the things that I do is your participation. Like I've got people that participate in Stash Down, but sometimes they don't get their video out until the middle of the month. Some of them put their video up before the month has completely ended. Um, now I did put out, I wanted it by this time or whatever. However, I understand that sometimes scheduling is a conflict and whatnot, so I don't harp on the particulars a whole lot. I just want participation. I want people to have fun doing the things with me, you know? And you guys have been so awesome about going over and meeting the people that I have told you about and welcoming them to our community. I think that is so awesome of you guys. It makes me feel so wonderful, you know, especially when, they're a newer content creator and they're just getting started. Us that make videos, we know how that is. We know how scary it is. We all know how it feels. Like, we're like, I don't think anyone's ever going to subscribe to me. Why would people want to watch me? I don't talk about anything interesting or whatever. And then, they come to find out that there's a whole bunch of us out here that love their quirky weirdness or whatever it is about them. Her channel name is Vintage Witchcrafts, and witchcrafts is all one word, but the I is a Y in witchcrafts. I have her actual name written down. Maybe I can look at here. No, I didn't write her name down. Sorry, guys. I have her name in my notebook, but I don't have it in my phone. Well, little girl has finally decided to lay down and take a nap. She's done played herself out. And she made a video about she went to one of her local yarn festivals, and oh, I was drooling all over my phone seeing all that beautiful yarn. Hopefully one day I'll get to go to one of them fancy yarn shows. And hello, my sister Liz. How you doing, sweetheart? I should say, how you doing? I can't say that near as good as you can. Thank you very much, Diana. I know that you will enjoy her. She seems like a very lovely lady. I've met some awesome, amazing people on these YouTubes. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I think what I'll do instead of guessing when I'm doing the flying of did I get about half of it onto the plied up onto a bobbin. I think I'm gonna put each braid onto two different bobbins and ply it that way. Oh no, Liz, Mel's in the same spot, girl. I hope you guys feel better soon and get you some black elderberry. Doesn't matter if it's syrup, gummies, or uh, pill form, whatever form you got to get you some black elderberry. It's not gonna like cure you, but what it does is it's an immune system superfood. It helps your immune system stay nice and strong while it's trying to fight off that icky bug. I swear by it. Every time I feel myself getting a little bit of a twinge of, I can feel my throat's getting real sore or my head's getting stuffed up or, I'm getting body aches, like you get when you're getting the flu. I feel those first symptoms coming on and I make sure I take my black elderberry. And if it actually does hit me, which it don't most of the time, I generally have it at least less than half of the time that the king has it. So yeah, I swear by that stuff. Yes, please do, sweetheart. Because oh, Taking care of them youngins, having the hubby and a sick father-in-law. Girl, you got too much to do to be be down sick in bed. That's usually how that goes as a mama anyway. Too busy to be sick. I'll be sick next time. And we're hoping this summer to take a little camping vacation. So we've been trying to iron out all the details for that. Well, the king has been. He is much more organized with that kind of stuff than I am, for sure. Well, tell that little girl. You better tell her. Her Tia's gonna have to come up there and get her if she don't stop bringing that nasty stuff home. Ugh, and poor babies. Yeah, when you got kids, it's like, yeah, big time party over here. If by party you mean let's spin some yarn, sit on our butts, and craft the night away. I was supposed to do some sewing last night. I didn't get none done. Ended up working on my blanket all night. I'm having a hard time with time management as far as it goes with my projects because I'm a monogamous crafter naturally who's trying to not be so that I can have a YouTube channel and stuff to show you guys. So I'm definitely struggling with that part of it, but I'm working on it. What, you had a 10-second nap? That was enough? Well, I'm glad you're nice and awake now. Oh, you're going to scratch yourself on my leg. Okay. What can you do? Itchy baby got a scratch. Yeah, Ari is ready to party with you, Liz. I know you won't mind that. She says, "Where's party?" Oh, piggy, piggy. Yeah, but I'm all about trying to improve myself, so I'm trying. January I did real good. December I did real good. February was, yeah, it was okay. Um, Not near as good as January and December was, but like my mosaic is going so slow. I'm finally to the point where I'm not having to redo, half the rows. So I finally figured out how to get myself across the row without skipping up to the next row or going down below. That helped a lot. Um, but it's just a slow process for me. Let's see if I can find her for you, Lulu. Oh, Aria, you crazy girl. crazy little girl. There you go, Miss Cindy. Oh, girl. Come on now. No, no, no. Get your booty off of there. Little girl. So she's showing off her very pig-headed side. Very stubborn. Very stubborn. Huh? A stubborn baby. Yeah. Stubborn baby. Oh, she's a scratch it, mommy. Huh. Well, I can't look at the floor all night, though. Oh, my goodness, little girl. Come on. There we go. Is that better? All right, Miss Cindy. Liz, are you insinuating that I might be stubborn? No way. Come on, woman. Don't do that to me. Well, all right. You might be slightly correct. I am Capricorn and Italian after all. I might be slightly stubborn. I do. I need a backpack though that will like sit her right here because that's where she wants to sit is right on top of the girls. She wants to feel very supported the entire time. So I need like what is the front carrying sacks, but they're not a carrying sack. It's actually just a really long like scarf that they tie on to mom and baby. That's what I need for her. Well, I probably could, Miss Sally. I probably could. But by the time I get that actually done, she'll done grow on me and it'll, she'll her butt will be over here and her that'll look real funny. I'll have legs sticking on both sides of the girl. And right back to sleep. She likes to stick her nose in the the crux of my arm and little monster. If you guys, Liz has been doing lives here lately, and one of the mosaic blankets that I have bought to do is Liz's pattern. But she just recently took one of her spring mosaic patterns and she took one of the sections for that blanket and just did an entire, mosaic blanket of nothing but bunny rabbits. It was so cute. Excuse me. I sound like a lush and I don't even drink. I am working on a new bag design. I have it all drawn out in my design notebook. I need to I went and bought the paper that I use to make my templates. And so I will be cutting that out soon and hopefully unveiling a new design to you guys sooner than later. Right? Doesn't she have just a wonderful accent? I love it. Um I will confess that it was not I that found her by natural means scrolling the YouTubes. Actually, Jude from Llamas in Pajamas told me about this wonderful lady. She's like, hey, I think you would really like her. So I went on over and watched the videos that she had up at that time, which was only three of them. And I just instantly was like in love. I'm like, I've got to tell everybody about this lady. We've got to get over there and at least, get her closer to 100. I know I don't have, you know, a massive following myself, but I do like to tell the people that do follow me about the other wonderful people that I have met here on the streets. Oh, yummy, Miss Mara. What'd you have for dinner? I made the king some fish with some Arby's curly fries for dinner tonight, and I had leftover taco pizza from last night. Ooh, yummy. Well, when you make your mosaic, Kimberly, make sure you send me a picture because I do have a all year long blanket mosaic make along going on because it is in my plan to get a few, several, hopefully, mosaic blankets done this year. Although at the speed that I'm going, I'm not sure that's going to happen, but I'm going to keep working on them until I get them done. Darn it. I bought them. I'm going to make them. Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful, Mara. Oh, there's always plenty of taco pizza at my house, Dawn. Always. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Best of both worlds. You cannot go wrong with tacos. You can't go wrong with pizza. Taco pizza, just all that much better. And for anyone that's never had a taco pizza and is wondering how that is made, I actually do have a video on my channel of making taco pizza. Oh, a Mother's Day mosaic. That would be interesting, Liz. I think you should. I love the way you design your stuff. Oh, long cool woman. Hey, Chuck, how you doing, sweetheart? It's wonderful. If you like tacos. If you like tacos, you'll really like it. And it's not hard to make. It's, just pizza crust, whether you make it homemade or you buy a, a pre one. Then you take some refried beans, you mix in a little bit of sour cream and some taco seasoning, you warm that up. Then you can either make pork, sausage, hamburger, chicken, whatever meat you like on your taco. You make that up and put the taco seasoning. You put down your refried beans on the bottom of the crust where you normally would be putting the sauce. Is where you put the refried beans. Then you put your meat source. Now, if you don't want to put meat, you don't have to. You can definitely go with just beans because it is a protein source. And then you bake that, pull it out of the oven, and then I always plate mine and top it individually because like the king is not a big fan of onions. I'm all about onions, so I want extra onions on absolutely everything. He also is not real big on a ton of lettuce. On my taco pizza, I want a good healthy amount of lettuce. So you just top it with whatever you want, you know, your lettuce, your onions, your cheese, some sour cream if you want it, taco sauce or salsa is very very good. I also put jalapenos on the top of mine because I like a bit of spice with my food. And then the piece de resistance that makes the taco pizza mwah, is you get yourself some nacho cheese Doritos, whether it's the name brand or off brand, doesn't matter. And you crush them all up and you sprinkle them over the top of your pizza and enjoy. Your tongue will beat your brains out for more of that. I'm telling you what, that's some good stuff. Oh, babies. Yeah, I like to have, I like the crunch with it. It's so good. See, when I lived in Wisconsin, our Pizza Hut would make taco pizza, but down here in the South, Pizza Hut doesn't make taco pizza. So if I want it, I have to make it myself. So I had to figure it out. Oh, that's awesome, Miss Deborah. I hope that you guys do try it and that you both like it. Yes, got to have the Doritos. It's just not the same without the Doritos. I forgot to buy them one time and I was so mad at myself. Normally, I would just go, you know what, I'm going to eat it because the heck with it, it's done. Nope. I jumped in my car and drove the 15 minutes to town to get the Doritos because it's just not the same without them. Ooh, I bet Fritos would be good too. I like Fritos a lot with my chili. About the only time I really eat potato chips is when they go with my meal. Like I really like barbecue Lay's potato chips on my sandwich, on my cold sandwiches, like my ham sandwich. Hello, Miss Rita. Welcome in. Yeah, she's a little sweetie pie when she wants to be. She can also be a little terrorist. Her and the dogs will get playing, and it's you would think as small as she is, it would be the dogs that's I would have to worry about getting rough with her. No, it's actually her that I got to worry about getting rough with the dogs. So we have to learn how to play with everybody. I've never seen barbecue Fritos, but the chili cheese ones are really yummy. I'm not much for honey barbecue anything. I like more of a spicy barbecue. I like some zip. Ooh, little girl, you're making my arm hot. Making me hot. So hot. She says, I don't care, Mom. Hmm. Yeah. No turkey. I must be living under a rock. I've never even seen barbecue Fritos. Bet they would be good though. Yeah, piggies can because they're worried about being prey animals, they can get a little aggressive with dogs. You gotta watch them, but we will learn. And my dogs are extremely sweet, so I really don't have to worry about them, and they listen to commands very well as long as we're inside. Outside, not so much because once their noses engage, their brains seem to disengage. But little lady, I ain't getting nothing done. No, I ain't getting nothing done around here. Oh, Great Danes are wonderful. I love a Great Dane. First Great Dane we ever got, we got her out of the middle of a cemetery on Friday the 13th. We got the call at like 11 something at night. We picked the dog up at like midnight. It was one of a local family to us where we lived at the time. This is when I was still young. I was still living at home. Uh, they had a Great Dane. Her name was Missy, and she was a wonderful dog. But when she got out of the house, she would go running, and she would go down to the neighbor's farm and get into the milk replacer and just do all kinds of naughty stuff. Well, the the dog police had been called several times on this Great Dane, and they told the family that if the dog got out again, that if they didn't surrender the dog, they would get a ginormous fine and or the dog would be put down to sleep. So when the dog got out again, they were knew it was going to happen. So they called my mother and asked her if she could take this dog. Now we had never met this dog, but we said yes, and we went to this area where she was known to run to. We started hollering for her, and all of a sudden, out of the woods, this thump, 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 big old beast comes barreling out of the woods. And I looked at my mom. I said, "Mom, is that the dog or is that a deer?" She was huge. And she was, she was the fawn color, so she was the coloring of a deer. And she had been bred trained. So we could literally leave a big old steak on the table and she wouldn't touch it. But if you left a loaf of bread any lower than the top of the refrigerator, it was gone, demolished. She'd rip into that bag so fast it wasn't funny. We ended up having that dog for probably 4 or 5 years until she passed away. She was a really good dog. And because of her, we ended up having a few other Great Danes. The next one we got was Spencer. We got him out of the Great Dane rescue. He had been bought as a cute little puppy, as it happens. And when he became a big dog, the people decided that they didn't want him no more. And they put him in a barn, chained him up, and walked away. By the time he was found, he was all of like 75, 80 pounds and had been starved for so long that he would eat himself sick every time you fed him if you didn't just give him a set amount. Um, he was another amazing animal, just wonderful animal to have. It's just heartbreaking some of the things that people do. You get a cute little puppy and don't realize it's going to grow up to be a dog. Yeah, I mean, you're going to leave a whole brisket sitting out on the grill and their nose is right there. I mean, you know, I taught my girls, both of them know leave it. And so I can literally put anything right in front of them, no matter if it's their favorite thing in the whole wide world. And if I tell them to leave it, they will sit there in front of it and they will look down at it. They'll look up at you. They'll give you the pouty eyes and do all the pouting, but they absolutely will not touch what they've been told to leave until I take and I tap my foot on the floor, and then they will eat what I've given them. You know, which is a very helpful command when you've got kitty cats bringing their prizes into the yard. Because like last night we went out to go for our walk, and there was a big old rabbit in the yard that I had to tell them to leave alone and keep them away from. So I'm very happy that they listen as well as they do. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's certain projects that I cannot do, like when I'm crafting with the girls, because it's too much counting, it's too much concentrating. What's wrong? What? We woke up in a mood. What happened? What happened? Huh? Oh my goodness. Are you sure? Did we have a bad dream? There we go. She says, it's not fair. Why is she in there getting attention and I'm not? Well, goodness, little girl. Goodness, goodness. Oh, yeah, there ain't nothing worse than having to frog, frog, frog. I get so frustrated if I have to frog things. Well, what? What is the problem is? Huh? What happened? I think she might need to go out. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I mean, the counting, it really isn't my favorite thing in the world, but I mean, you end up with something so very beautiful. Oh, the gingham blankets are so pretty. I've not done the gingham blanket, but I did the gingham hat. That was a lot of fun, but I imagine with a whole blanket that would get to be a bit much. Oh no, that's the worst, Dawn. Get so close and then run out of yarn right at the end. Yeah, that's the thing with mosaic. It's easy, but it's a lot. It's so easy because it's nothing but single crochets and double crochets. Well, the one I'm doing also has a negative stitch. Um, it's not hard. It's just different. Once you do it a couple times, it's really no different than doing Oh, what the heck is that called? Mm, herringbone. Uh, it's no more difficult than doing like a herringbone double crochet, but if you've not done it before, it's different to wrap your mind around what it is that you're doing and not wrapping your hook before you go to do a double crochet. Huh, little one. Well, we have hit the 2 hour mark, guys, so I'm gonna run along. Oh, you've not done the herringbone, Chuck? Bod has a tutorial with the herringbone stitch. Basically, doing the herringbone when you put your hook through and draw up your first loop, you pull that loop through just the first loop of your double crochet, and then you draw two, pull through two, or yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two to finish your double crochet. So essentially it's kind of like doing a single crochet and a double crochet on top of it. It's a little different, but I mean it's not hard to do once you know what you're doing. It's like any other crochet stitch. It is good to challenge yourself. It's good to push yourself to do things that you're not quite comfortable doing, or trying new things. I mean, the first time I ever tried, I'm going to tell you guys this and I'm going to get out of here. The first time I ever tried amigurumi, I swore up and down that I would never, ever, ever in my life, ever do amigurumi again, because it was the worst, most awful thing in the whole world. It sucked. I didn't like it. I couldn't do it. My little snowman that I made looked crazy as crazy can be. Like, I mean, it had great big holes in it. It was lopsided. I mean, it was so bad. I almost threw it in the trash, but then I was like, nah. And I tossed it down to the dogs and let them chew on it and rip on it for the next few years before I finally threw it away. But I did decide to challenge myself and try amigurumi again. And because of that, little doll is up here. Oop, that way. Little doll is up there. Above her, there's a troll and his girlfriend troll, and there's Smurfette, because I challenged myself. I made a wedding dress out of my own pattern because I challenged myself. The worst thing that can possibly happen is you're going to have to frog. And out of, things that can happen when things go wrong, that's not a very bad thing to happen. So my advice is to keep trying it. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's okay. No one's going to be good at everything. Like, I'm no good at pottery. I absolutely suck at paper crafts like scrapbooking or card making. Couldn't do it. Now, if someone stood next to me and told me, cut this way, put this here, put that there, put this here, do this, glue that, this is how you do it, yeah, I could probably make it look all right. But as far as doing it myself, like they give me the supplies and go, here, make me some cards, can't do it. Or they go, here's some pictures in a book and the stuff I want in it, make me a scrapbook, I can't do it. But I've tried it, and I would try again. So just keep pushing yourselves, and remember that there's always going to be someone out there that will help you if you get stuck. Especially I will. If I have have the ability to help you, I will. If I don't know the answer, I will find the answer and bring it to you. But until next time, guys, I love you very much, and we will see you later. Until then, keep crafting your happiness. I'm going to play a little video before the everything finally ends. So if you want to say goodbye to everyone, go ahead. And I'm not sure who else is live tonight, so there might be someone out there in the streets. If there are, I'll see you there.
From a princess to a queen she's grown, learning to fly with each wing she's shown. First crochet, then knit, now sewing she goes. Spinning and dyeing, what's next, who knows? She walks her path with courage bright, from morning sun to stars at night. No task too small, no dream too high. She'll soar above, reach the sky. From thread to thread, her story weaves a journey of strength, best believe. From spinning wheels to stitching seams, she crafts her world, living her dreams. Each new skill, a chapter turned, with every chapter